Hi everyone, welcome to MarikaCreations. Today I will share with you two flips. I have two about 20-year-old wine boxes. I've had them since then, I guess. And now I want to transform them, make them fit into a more rustic French country farmhouse, if you will, old world setting. I will use mine for the kitchen, but I guess you can use them wherever you please. So stay tuned for this. For my first flip today, I will use this wine crate, wooden wine crate from the year 2000, and I will turn it into a bread box. So what I need for that is a lid, and I'm using just a thin MDF sheet that I will cut to size, putting that crate upside down and marking where I need to cut. And voila, I did it with my jigsaw, and here it is. And now it's time to attach it, and I will do that with some wood glue and then with some small nails all the way around the crate. This video is part of the What Would You Make challenge hosted by Rustic and Lace DIY and Divine Designs, and their guest host for this month is MarikaCreations. I will leave a link down in my description box to their channels, so go and check them out later, and I also have a link to the playlist of this challenge down in my description box for more wood decor ideas. In order for it to be a bread box or a box in general, I need to be able to open it. So now I'm measuring all the way around where I want my opening, and I will have the lid lower at the front and higher at the back, like you see me do here, marking it all out. And I started out with a handsaw, and that was tedious work. It took me a long time. I did 1.5 side of that crate, and then hubby came and said, why don't you use this tool? Of course, I should have, and I will show you that tool. This one right here, it's like a small electrical saw, and that I recommend. It was a much quicker process. So I did most of the work with that machine, I don't know what you call it, and then I went in at the ends with the handsaw like that, just to be sure to get it right. And it is done, and I have sanded off the edges as well. It will open like that. But before I attach it with some hinges, I will go ahead and stain my piece. I will have a dark stain, a black stain to start with, putting it on with a paintbrush, and then wiping off the excess with just a rag. That will age my box a little bit, make it more vintage looking even more, and that's the look I'm after here, old world French country. And here I'm going in with the second coat, and this is an exotic stain just to get that warm undertone. Now I'm on to the lid. It's an MDF sheet, so it doesn't look like the rest of the box, so I'm going to do some decoupaging here. So I put on one coat of a homemade Mod Podge, dried it, And now I'm putting on a napkin with some parchment paper and my little iron to reactivate that Mod Podge. Et voila, sanding off the edges with just a piece of sandpaper. Looking good. Putting on another coat of the Mod Podge, and then I will attach some more napkins. It has dried in between. Parchment paper, same procedure once again. Next step is to put on one coat of my satin finish varnish, all sides, interior, exterior, on the top where I have my decoupaging everywhere. And once that has dried, hubby is helping me here, holding my pieces together while I am screwing down the hinges. And now on the front I want a little knob to be able to open my bread box, and I make a pilot hole right in the center where I want it. And I have this little thingy here. It has been a hook, I think, but I thought it would be nice as a handle. Drilling a hole and fasten it on the inside of the box. And the next thing, I will embellish the lid with some metal corner protections that I bought from Amazon. And they have tiny little nails. It's a little bit fiddly, but okay. I made a tiny pilot hole and then just hammer it in. I thought the corner protections were a little bit too shiny, so I wanted to dull them down a little bit, and I do that with just a tiny bit of black acrylic, put it on, wipe off the excess, and I have that vintage feel, like they have been there for a while. And it looks like this, and there on the side I have put just a sturdy ribbon. I have this velvet ribbon and I have folded it, doubled it up, and just attached it on the inside with tiny screws. Et voila! I will show you how it turned out. Here it is. Looking beautiful, I think. I just love it. Love that dark finish, the decoupaging, the embellishments. Tell me what you think. If you're new to my channel, hi, I am Marika, and on this channel I do lots of DIYs, thrift flips, trash to treasure, renovation of my home, and I even do some pottery and some painting. Anything creative really. Please join me. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell and join my YouTube family. For my next flip, I will take another wine crate, this one right here, looking beautiful, and I will turn that into, it will look like a drawer. So I will have this wood board here, cut it to size. It's a drawer front. So I'm measuring and marking, and then I go and cut it out with my jigsaw. And then I need a divider in my drawer, so I'm measuring this scrap piece of wood. I don't want it all the way up, just 10 centimeter halfway up sort of, and I will cut that out as well. And now I'm outside sanding my pieces, just lightly to have a smooth finish, and I do that on my crate as well, just with a fine grid sandpaper. And now the drawer front, I will take my wood router and round off the edges to get a nice finish. Looking good already. All the way around. And now it's time to stain my pieces, and I'm going for the same look as I did with my first project. So first a black stain. This drawer and the bread box will be like sisters. They will sort of look alike, but they won't be identical. So black stain on with a paintbrush, wiping off the excess. Do that all the way around, inside out, on the bottom of the crate, everywhere. And once this stain has dried, I go in with my exotic stain to get that warm undertone. And I went in several times on that drawer front because it would not take that stain. But eventually it has darkened, as you can see here. And now I'm mixing some tacky glue with a bit of water to create my homemade Mod Podge. Just mixing that up, and I will decoupage my drawer front. Putting on one coat of that Mod Podge. And then to speed up the process, I used my hair dryer to dry the surface. And then it's time to put on my napkin pieces and parchment paper, heat it up. And it's looking good. Sand off any excess. Some more Mod Podging. And dry that as well. And on with my next napkins. I'm layering here. Looking good. A little bit of sanding here as well. So before I do anything else, I will coat all my pieces with my satin finished varnish, and the drawer front as well. Be very careful there not to put too much pressure on that paintbrush to accidentally rip off any of that napkin. Don't want to ruin anything. Set everything aside to dry. And then I'm putting on a handle on my drawer. Just measuring to get it centered. And now for the crate, putting on pads on the bottom so it won't scratch the surface it will sit on later on. On the inside of my crate I will have this divider. I accidentally cut it a little bit too small, so I decided to put on pads on the ends so I will have a very tight fit, and then I don't have to really attach it. I can just press it down. So I have a hard time putting it in at the moment, and I will use a bread pan like this one here. Hubby is just taking some pliers and fold the edge because it would not fit otherwise. I'll get back to that later. And now I'm putting on these name tag holders. If you like this video and videos like this, consider subscribing, maybe share with a friend and hit that like button as well. It will help my channel to grow and I can spend more time creating inspirational content for you. My aim is to upload one video per week. Last thing I need to do is to put on the drawer front, making pilot holes on the inside of the crate, putting it in place. But first I need to put some wood glue on that crate, putting it in place and screwing it down with 2 screws. Et voila! Here it is, my beautiful drawer. Love the drawer front. And I have some herbs in that bread pan so it won't leak water or anything, with name tags: romarin and thyme, rosemary and thyme. And in the back, the other side of the divider, I have some books and a cutting board. So tell me what you think of my transformations today. Did you have a favorite? Let me know in the comments. If you are inspired and you want more inspiration straight away, head on over to my description box and hit that link to the playlist of this challenge. Tons of wood decor inspiration over there. Thank you so very much for watching. See you soon again in my next one. Until then, take care. Bye.